Hello, baseball fans, and welcome to another edition of Swift Current 57's Baseball. The venue, once again, Tom Lang Park in the Opportunity City of Weyburn, Saskatchewan. We're glad that you could join us wherever you may be for this Sunday afternoon tilt between two East Division powerhouses in the WMBL. Two teams that have been very successful over the past few years. The Weyburn Beavers atop the WMBL East are on a two-game winning streak, 25-8 on the year, 6-4 in their last 10. The Swift Current 57's coming in on a roll. Winners of their last four, 18-17, 5-5 in their last 10. But yes, on that four-game streak, Chase Tometz gets the start for the Weyburn Beavers this afternoon. Tometz out of Sandy, Oregon, right-handed pitcher. This is his fifth appearance, 3 starts on the year, 18 2/3 innings of work. He's allowed 21 hits, 13 runs, 9 of them earned. He has struck out 18 and walked 7. Tometz 2-0 on the year with a 3.37 earned run average. He is going to be pitching to Omar Prieto. First base is Drake Pillatt. Tyler Scott is at second. Felix Correa at short. Third base for the Beavers is Anthony Galindo. Luke Lubinecki patrolling left field. Keaton Greenwalt in center. Wayne Weinberger out of James Cistern in the Bahamas patrolling right field for the Weyburn Beavers. 57's Adams, Conyas, and McClintock leading off for them here in the top of the first inning. Not expecting a high-scoring one today. As you can see off in the distance, it's a bright blue sky, and Weyburn, a ballpark with no hitter's eye as part of the facility here at Tom Lang Park. And as you can see in the center of your screen, kind of a white building off in the distance as we have a look there on the left side of the screen. So not expecting a high-scoring one this afternoon. That wind is blowing, at times blowing out to left field, but mostly across the ballpark. We may see some wind-aided fly balls carry in this park that are hit to left, though, as the wind at times blowing at 33 kilometers an hour, gusting at times up around 60 to 70. So baseballs could potentially have a big tailwind this afternoon here in Weyburn in this WMBL East showdown between the Beavers and the Swift Current 57's. First versus third place. Swift Current, 8 games behind the Weyburn Beavers. That's going to be tough to catch them atop the Wimble standings. However, Joe Carnahan and his crew certainly think that second place is doable. They're 4 games behind the Regina Red Sox as of right now. Regina does have games in hand. Only one team in the WMBL has played more than the Swift Current 57's as of today. That's Fort McMurray. They've played 36. Swift Current has played 35. All other teams around 30 to 34 as Chase Tometz finds the strike zone on Blake Adams. Count 0-1 here, top of the first. Wind up in the delivery from the right-hander Tometz. 86-mile-an-hour fastball, and another called strike on Adams, hitting .257 coming into this at-bat. Blake 4 home runs, 9 RBI. Fastball just missing low, 1-2 the count. A team-leading 9 stolen bases for Adams. This will be his 18th game with the 57's in the summer of 18. Called strike 3 as Adams breaks the plane, going after low and away, and one batter faced, 1 strikeout for Chase Tometz here in the top of the first inning. Nick Conyas to take a turn now. Conyas, this will be his 8th game since arriving about a week and a half ago for the summer of 18 in Swift. Nick, a key defensive element in the outfield for Swift. First pitch, mishandled by Prieto behind the plate, just bounces out of the batter's box. Count 1-0 here. Garrett Hawkins is going to get the start for the 57's. The recent high school graduate has been a Sunday fixture in the 57's starting lineup. Tometz with some heat on that fastball, 88 miles an hour for the called strike, 1-1. So 2 capable pitchers going head-to-head this afternoon. In a ballpark where at times it can be tough to pick up balls. Maybe a quick one. I got the over-under at 2 hours, 10 minutes today. Kanya squares up on one and hits that to center field, and not able to squeeze it in center is Greenwald. Kanya's on his horse, and he'll gallop to second base. So Kanyas hitting an 87-mile-an-hour fastball on the screws to right center. Keaton Greenwald going horizontal. No water in the pool, and the 57's have a runner in scoring position with their RBI guy at the plate, the .312 hitting Bo McClintock. 14 home runs, 37 RBI on the year for Bo. Swift Current 57's team record holder in home runs. Both Brett Esau and Blake Adams broke the record of 10 last year, or 11 into last year. Adams finishing the year with 12, McClintock with 14 now. Game number 36 for the 57's, so today and 12 more for Bo to further pad his lead atop 57's home run history. 0-1 to McClintock. Tomets induces a foul ball into the backstop. Off-speed offering. And Bo fouls it straight back. Ethan Hunter is on deck. Ruben Rodriguez in the hole. 0-2 to McClintock. Wind blowing straight across Tom Lang Park as of right now. Kanyas at second base, juking and jiving. .02 pitch to Bo. Towering fly ball into foul territory. And the catcher makes the catch. Prieto negotiates with the wind, and negotiations were successful. 2 down. And a turn now for Ethan Hunter. Hunter a home run and 16 RBI in 30 games for the 57's. Ruben Rodriguez on deck. Who's hot right now for the 57's? Looking at their previous 7-day stats. Hunter seeing the ball well. 8 hits and 23 at-bats. A .348 average over the last week. Third best on the team. Ruben Rodriguez, 3 hits and 7 at-bats in his first 2 games. He's hitting .429. He's on deck. And Jared Doki has been impressive as well over the last week. 8 hits, 22 at-bats for a .364 average. So the newcomer Rodriguez, Doki, and Hunter, top 3 hitters for the 57's over the course of this 4-game streak. Miles Miller continuing to see the ball well. 5 hits, 15 at-bats, .333 average with 3 walks in there too. Hunter hits that to short, and Felix Correa puts together a 6-3. 57's will leave Nick Kanya stranded. Bottom of 1 coming up. Garrett Hawkins on the hill when we return with 57's baseball.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
Welcome back to Swift Current 57's Baseball. Glad you could join us for a Sunday afternoon here in Weyburn. Ryan Schweitzer bringing you the balls and strikes between the 57's and the Weyburn Beavers. Garrett Hawkins gets the start on the mound for the 57's. 5 appearances, 4 of them starts, 21 and a third innings of work, allowing 16 hits, only 7 earned runs. He struck out 25 and walked 9, 1-0 on the year with a 2.29 earned run average. So the young man from Bigger, Saskatchewan, with an offensively explosive order to deal with in the Weyburn Beavers. Beavers hitting .289 as a team. Felix Correa leading off. Correa from Puerto Rico, infielder. Tweaked something as he was running the bases the last time the 57's played the Beavers here in Weyburn, just over a week ago. Correa was trying to steal second base and looked as though he tripped either on the bag or heading to it. Limped off the field, didn't play the rest of the game, but good to see him back. Now with that incident, there were some in the Beavers camp that thought Jared Doakey fake tagged Correa and who weren't happy about that. Jared Doakey hitting 9th in the 57's batting order today. If he is hit by a baseball, that may be the reason why. Opposite field shot by Correa. That is just hanging up in the wind, and the catch made by Miles Miller in left field. As that baseball got caught up in the wind, it had more twists and turns than a field sobriety test outside the York Hotel. And Miller eventually making the catch. That wind is something today. Keaton Greenwald to the plate now. An innocuous-looking ball off the bat head, just carrying to the warning track. Fly balls on white clouds may add a degree of difficulty for fielders today as well. But one batter faced and one down for young Hawkins in the 57's. Called strike, righty on righty here. Keaton Greenwald to the plate, who's hitting .279. Greenwald out of Melrose, Minnesota, outfielder. Down and out, 1-1 with one down here. Bottom of the first inning, scoreless thus far between the Swift Current 57's and the Weyburn Beavers. Breaking ball, that's hit to left field. Miles Miller has to hurry, and that's going to land in fair territory. Greenwald's going to get extra bases here as he stands up at second. Double for Greenwald down the third base line.
Now the play. Number 22, Drake Palat.
Drake Palat now, who's hitting .300 on the year. .24 hits in 80 at-bats, appearing in 23 games. Palat, some pop in his bat, 4 dingers and 17 RBI. So a dangerous hitter deployed by Phil Curtis, head coach of the Weyburn Beavers. Palat, out of the humid, Slurpee-loving community of Winnipeg. Hawkins called strike. One pitch. Hawkins effectively hitting the outside part of the plate for 2 strikes against Palat as the wind ups in velocity. A strong wind keeping the mastodonic Weyburn Mosquitoes at bay. 0-2. Palat up the middle. And the Beavers likely to cash one in here as Greenwald rounds third, heads for home. And Drake Palat drills in Keaton Greenwald from second. Double from Greenwald, RBI, single for Palat. Beavers on the board. It's 1-0 here in the bottom of the first.
Now that number Corey Harrell.
Designated hitter Corey Harrell to the plate now with one down and a runner on at first. Everybody in action in the WMBL today. The Brooks Bombers are in Edmonton, taking on the Prospects, scoreless in 1. Bottom of the first, Moose Jaw Miller Express with a 1-0 lead on Lethbridge in Lethbridge. Regina in Melville, scoreless. Yorkton in Okotoks, also scoreless. And Fort Mac in the hat today. Nothing on the board yet. That game in the bottom of the first. So every WMBL team in action right now. 6 games in this 12-team league. All underway. Corey Harrell to the plate. If you're a 57's fan, you got your Melville Millionaires foam finger on today as they're playing Regina in Melville. And I guess if you're a Weyburn Beavers fan as well, we say hello to friends and family of the Weyburn Beavers joining us here. If you're a Beavers fan, you're cheering for Melville too, as you want Regina down in the standings. Corey Harrell just missing down the third base line. 1-1 the count now with 1 away. Bottom of the first inning, Beavers are on the board. Drake Pilat scoring Keaton Greenwald. Greenwald with a double. Pilat with an RBI single to cash him in. Count 1 and 2 to the dangerous Corey Harrell, who homered the last time these teams faced each other. One-two pitch, one down. Pocket sits him down. Strike 3.
Now batting, number 40, Omar Prieto.
Omar Prieto, a home run, and 11 RBI on the year. Prieto, another product of the Dominican Republic, or pardon me, Puerto Rico. Felix Correa and Prieto. Representing beautiful Puerto Rico, it's Anthony Tejada on the team from the Dominican. Takes players from all over the place to comprise the WMBL. Foul ball, Bo McClintock makes the catch. And that'll do it for the Weyburn Beavers. They'll strand one, but they do score one here in the bottom of the first inning, 1-0. Top of 2 coming up. 57's have a 1-run deficit. They will endeavor to rally when we return right after this.
When planning your Swift Current stay, call the Days Inn. Just a short walk from Living Sky Casino and a few minutes from world-class golf, Days Inn offers free Wi-Fi, a continental breakfast to go with newly renovated rooms. Ask about suites with kitchenettes. Unwind in the jacuzzi suite. If you're driving a large truck, no problem. There's lots of free parking. The Days Inn is home to locally renowned meeting and banquet facilities as well. Call 306-773-4623. The Days Inn, the host hotel for the Swift Current 57's.
Welcome back to this WMBL webcast. Swift Current 57's taking on the Weyburn Beavers here at Tom Lang Park in Weyburn. Happy to have you on board for a sunny Sunday afternoon. Looking at the Weyburn weather, 24 degrees as of right now. Wind from the northwest at 33, gusting at times up to 48. So a very consistent breeze here, which we don't mind, as long as it keeps the mosquitoes down. And there are many of those all over Saskatchewan this time of year. Although, got to give a shout-out to the city of Swift Current. Not an issue at the ballpark this year. And I mean, a lack of rain certainly contributes to that. But if and when there is a little bit of precipitation, they're on top of that. 57's fans appreciating that. Ruben Rodriguez to lead off here. Rodriguez out of El Paso, Texas. This is Ruben's third game with the 57's. 3 hits, 7 at-bats. He's walked twice, couple RBI as well. He was big in the 57's recent victory in Brooks. As Ruben doubled with the bases loaded to give the 57's a quick lead. He's endearing himself to his new teammates as pitch comes in. Chase Tometz. An inning of work, allowed 1 hit, struck out 1, faced 4 in the top of the first inning. Now top of 2, 3-0 count to Ruben Rodriguez. Tometz trying to find the strike zone on the diminutive infielder. Rodriguez takes on 3-0. Count 3-1. Ground ball Rodriguez. Full count now to Ruben. Rodriguez, Komanowski, Miller. 5, 6, 7 in the 57's order. 1-0 Weyburn leads it. They scored in the bottom of the first. Well hit ball by Rodriguez, and that will land in the outfield. As Ruben finds some vacant grass. 1 on for Ben Komanowski. Komanowski on DH duty this afternoon, with Ryan Gross playing behind the plate. Ben's got some pop in his bat. 5 home runs, 13 RBI. Second most home runs on the team behind Bo McClintock, with that record-setting number of 14 this year. First pitch take from Komanowski counts as 1-0. Chase Tometz about to release his 21st pitch of this ball game. Fouled off by Komanowski. 85-mile-an-hour fastball on the gun. Ruben Rodriguez at first base. Tometz. 1-2 inside part of the plate. Miles Miller on deck. Swung on and missed, strike 3, off speed offering from Tometz. Komanowski goes down swinging. Red hot Miles Miller to the plate. Miles Miller with the dubious honor of being the beer batter this afternoon. Take the best hitter in the lineup and make him a beer batter on a hot sunny day. That's a bold strategy, Cotton. And in the next few minutes, we'll see how that plays out. Miles Miller, 385 on the year. Rodriguez in motion. Throw to second. Bit off target. All the time Rodriguez needs to swipe that bag. Runner on in scoring position now. First stolen base for Rodriguez in his first attempt in his 3rd game in the summer of 2018. So 1 down. Lefty hitter against a righty pitcher here. Ruben Rodriguez with the wind blowing in his face as the flag's in center field getting a workout. Rodriguez dirties up the uni with nobody near him. Count 1-0 to Miller. Miller thought about it. Pitch dropped in low. Count 2-0. Miles, 19 games, 30 hits in 78 at-bats, couple home runs, 11 runs batted in. He's 3 for 5 stealing bases. He's walked 10 times. Strike zone found. Foul ball. Doesn't look like anyone will get to it in time, and it escapes the fence into the 57's bullpen. Miles 385 on the season. Not a lot of ups and downs in there, just consistency from Miller. Two-two pitch. Miller. Ground ball. Hit to second. Scott in the glove. Over to first. Just in the nick of time to get Miller. Ruben Rodriguez moves to third.
Put out at first. That means for the next 5 minutes, it's two beer for $8 here at Tom Lane Park. Now batting, number 28, Ryan Gross.
Ryan Gross. Runner in scoring position as Ruben Rodriguez moved to third moments ago. Gross's 9th game with the 57's this summer. Fouls the first offering out of here. Interesting BP today for the 57's in batting practice. A lot of foul balls hit to the left side, which you'd expect with this gale force wind blowing across the field to left, but Swift and BP having a tough time squaring up on him. We'll see how that translates into the game today. Ruben Rodriguez at third base after he hit one on the screws, a line drive that put him on first, stole second, and advanced to third on the ground ball out moments ago by Miles Miller. 0-2, ground ball, slow roller, picked up at third, and the throw is on target. Anthony Galindo takes care of Gross. Top of 2 is in the books. Jared Doakey will lead off for the 57's in the top of the third. But in the much more immediate future, Weyburn at the bat in the bottom of 2. We'll be back shortly with more 57's baseball.
At the Hearing Place, we're making a positive difference in the lives of our clients' hearing health. We are a full-time, fully licensed hearing health care facility. Our goal is to improve and maintain our clients' hearing health with personal attention and ongoing support. As an audiologist with more than 15 years' experience, I work with clients of all ages, including toddlers and newborns. This is not only my vocation, but my passion. When you come into the Hearing Place, you will receive a complete diagnostic hearing evaluation using state-of-the-art equipment. We talk about the specific reasons for your visit and the hearing situations you find most difficult. We then discuss the hearing options that are right for you, your budget, and your lifestyle. The end goal is to ensure you leave with the knowledge and confidence about your future of hearing health. The Hearing Place. For more information, visit www.thehearingplace.ca.
One 0 lead for the Weyburn Beavers. Glad you could join us for a little Sunday matinee action. Beavers set to roll Weinberger, Galindo, Lubinecki. 6, 7, 8 in their starting 9. Weinberger 322 on the year. 5 home runs, 14 runs batted in. This is 18th game of the year, 24 hits, 74 at-bats. And he lines one right at Ruben Rodriguez. Quick reflex move by Rodriguez to take care of Weinberger. Anthony Galindo to take a turn, 288 on the year, a home run, 8 RBI, 23 games played. Weyburn putting up a run in the bottom of the first inning. RBI for Drake Pillett as he scored Keaton Greenwalt, who doubled. Garrett Hawkins, right-handed pitcher. 1-0 count. Hawkins pitching to Ryan Gross. 2-1 count. First base, Bo McClintock, Ruben Rodriguez at second, Ethan Hunter at short, Jared Doki at third base, Miles Miller in left, Blake Adams in center, Nick Conyas in right. Speaking of Nick Conyas, there's one hit in his neighborhood. However, Ruben Rodriguez, lightning fast, able to venture into the outfield about 10 yards and make the catch for a quick second out. That was Hawkins' 23rd pitch of the ball game. 23 pitches to get 5 outs. Not bad work so far by the young right-hander out of Bigger, Saskatchewan. Luke Lubinecki is the next task for the 57's. Ground ball, Rodriguez again. Busy half inning for Ruben, as the Swift Current 57's retire the Weyburn Beavers in order. 26 pitches for Garrett Hawkins to get through 2, but Weyburn has a 1-0 lead. Top of 3 coming up. We'll be back with more 57's baseball.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
When you need to unwind, visit Smiley's Lounge at the Days Inn Swift Current. Smiley's offers daily food specials and a full menu. Ask about their daily homemade soup and a wide variety of wings. Need something to go? Visit their off sale, selling cold beer, hard liquor, wine and coolers, and all the ice you need. Need takeout or a catering service? Call 306-778-4600. Smiley's Lounge, North Service Road East, Swift Current. Welcome back to Swift Current 57's baseball. Ryan Schweitzer in Weyburn. Well, 9-1-2 due up for the 57's. Jared Doki, Blake Adams, and Nick Conyas. Watching this at bat with a little bit of interest. Chase Tomets, right-handed pitcher, and righty Jared Doki. Fastball in. Count 1-0. Low and away. Count 2-0.
Not really, Max. No, not really. No. Yeah, Max. Same team. Are you a Rider fan? You guys Rider fan?
2-0 pitch.
No.
Pitch catches the outside part of the plate. Count 2-1. Well, nobody on here. Top of the third inning. Jared Doki leading off. There. Ground ball hit to Felix Correa. Correa with a tough time with that one. Took a funny hop on him. And still manages to recover to get Doki in time over at first. Good quick hands by Correa.
Now batting for 24, Blake Adams.
So Blake Adams to the plate. Looks like all might be forgiven, as Doki was talk that he might wear one for what some people thought looked like a fake tag on Felix Correa last game as Adams singles through. Of course, maybe that's why you don't want to hit Doki with a pitch, because he has Blake Adams hitting behind him in the order. Nick Conyas to the plate. You can judge for yourself. Check out our last webcast game. Swift Current and Weyburn. 2 webcasts to go on our YouTube channel, about 3 hours, 41 minutes in. That was a long one because of that weather delay.
Blake Adams at first. Nick Kanyas at the plate, one down. Adams gets a bunt down. That's going to be tough for anyone to get to, and no play. Two ducks on the pond now for the 57s, and Bo McClintock to the plate.
Now batting number 11, Bo McClintock.
Only it was Ethan Hunter who did that, because then you call him Ethan Bunter if you guys butcher it.
2 on for Bo. The prolific RBI guy for the 57s. Bo 0 for 1 this game, 309 on the year. Second most home runs in the league. Most years, 14 would be enough to have the league lead in dingers at this stage in the year. However, a red-hot bat in Brooks. Adding some offense to the Bombers this year, Riley McDonald. Now playing pro ball in Quebec, but not before he hit 20. Pitch up and in to Bo. High inside heat. Moves Bo off the plate. Count 2-0. Wind blowing out to left field. 2-0 pitch. One down here. 3-0 to Bo. Bo takes all the way. Called strike on the 3-0. Still a hitter's count to McClintock. A walk loads the bases for Ethan Hunter. Swing and a miss, double steal. Everyone's safe. So it's a 3-2 count to Bo. One down, 2 in scoring position. A walk loads the bases for the .286 hitting Ethan Hunter. The 3-2 pitch. In the dirt. Breaking ball.
Now batting number 8, Ethan Hunter.
Gutsy pitch by Tomets. With that breaking ball down and out with the count full. Bo thought about that. Didn't break the plane. And the base is loaded for Ethan Hunter. So the top of the order, coming through for the 57s, Adams, Kanyas, McClintock, hitters 1, 2, and 3, all battling at the plate and all on board. Ethan Hunter to the plate now. Chase Tomets about to release his 45th pitch of the game, and it's a strike on a fastball to Hunter. 0-1 the count with one down here. 57s at home tomorrow night. Then they play in Moose Jaw Tuesday night. And then in Melville Wednesday, Thursday. So back in the comfy confines of Mitchell Field for tomorrow. .57's hosting the Yorkton Cardinals tomorrow night. Hunter takes on the 0-2. Count 1 and 2 now.
I put mine in the sun so we know. Yeah, but then just so we could tell the difference.
Called strike 3, Ethan Hunter low and away. That's a good pitch by Chase Tometz. Righty on righty catching the outside corner. 2 down now.
Number 1, Ruben Rodriguez.
Rodriguez 1 for 1 this game. Now hitting .500 in limited action for the 57's. His 3rd game. Last time Rodriguez was in this scenario, he came up big, hitting a bases-loaded double in Brooks. And Rodriguez gets a piece of that ball, and that's going to be extra bases again. Ruben Rodriguez, the diminutive infielder, again, comes up big. Double Rodriguez, 2 score. 57's 2-1 lead here in the 3rd.
Oh my God,
Number 41, Ben Kamenowski.
So Ruben Rodriguez, game number 3 with the 57's. Second time he's come up clutch in a key situation. 2 more RBI for the infielder from El Paso. 2 out double down the third base line from Rodriguez as he puts bat to baseball and brings in a couple. Ben Kamenowski count 0-1 now. Bo McClintock on at third, the aforementioned Rodriguez at second. Ball outside, 1-1. Well, 2-1 here. It's top of the 3rd inning. Tometz, 1-1 pitch. Kamenowski off speed, swing and a miss. 1-2 the count. One-two pitch, 2 away. That offering is up. Kamenowski, designated hitter this afternoon. Ryan Gross behind the plate. Kamenowski, strike 3. Was expecting something with a little bit more velo. Well, the 57 strand 2, but they score 2. A couple RBI for Ruben Rodriguez. 57's take a 2-1 lead, bottom of 3. Coming up, we'll be back with more shortly.
And they're going to have a race down along the first baseline. The first one to get past Corey Wheaton is the winner.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
And now, a message from your stomach.
Hey, the workday's over and it's time to eat, and I need some real good food. Some real good food from Houston Pizza. They've got savory ribs, souvlaki, steak, chicken, Greek or Caesar salad, and of course, that delicious pizza. Everything's made fresh daily. For dine-in, pickup, or delivery at Houston Pizza, you get real good food.
Houston Pizza's got lots of real good food.
caught a ball and prevented someone from winning.
Felix Correa flies out moments ago, or Felix Correa at bat right now. Tyler Scott flying out moments ago. Fly ball hit to Nick Kanyas. 2-0 the count right now to Correa. Top of the order now for the Beavers. Correa 0 for 1. 3-0 count. Predictable 3-0 fastball. Garrett Hawkins. 26 pitches to get through 2. Ground ball. Ethan Hunter on target to McClintock. And another 2 quick outs for Garrett Hawkins in the 57's.
Number 16,
Keaton Greenwald, part of the equation that put the Beavers on the board in the bottom of the first inning, as he doubled and then was subsequently scored by Drake Pillett. 2 down now, 2-1 lead for the 57's. We're in the bottom of the third inning. 57's baseball live from Tom Lang Park in Weyburn. Yorkton Cardinals in town tomorrow night. 7:05 first pitch for that contest between Saskatchewan's Twin Cities, Swift Current and Yorkton. A 1 pitch, fly ball. That ball will carry out of Tom Lang Park. 0-2 count. So an 0-2 count, 2 away. It's where Hawkins is dangerous. Fastball up, 1-2. One and two. Greenwald continues to battle with the youngster from Bigger. And a 1-2 count. One-two pitch. Greenwald reaching for a breaking ball, hits it to second base where Ruben Rodriguez zeroes in on that ball to make the catch, and it's another quick inning for Garrett Hawkins and the Swift Current 57's. 36 pitches to get through 3. He is working efficiently. 4 innings in the books. 2-1 Swift. Back with more 57's baseball shortly.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
All right, Miles Miller leading off for the 57's, who have a 2-1 lead here in the now top of the 4th inning in Weyburn. Ryan Schweitzer bringing you the balls and strikes from Tom Lang Park. Our next webcast is going to be this Tuesday night from Ross Wells in Moose Jaw. And then we'll be in Melville, Perry Field, Wednesday and Thursday. So 57's hosting Yorkton tomorrow night, 7:05 first pitch there. And then it's a couple days on board their bus. 3-game road swing. So some hotel time in the 57's future. Travel schedule in terms of needing hotels has been pretty light this year. Swift Current, no overnights in Lethbridge or Brooks, which when you head into the Alberta division, typically requires a hotel stay. But not this year, given proximity, so. Same amount of miles. Not a lot of time away from their billet family's beds as Miles Miller takes 4 balls and advances to first. Chase Tometz, 3 innings of work, 5 hits, 2 earned runs. He struck out 4 and walked 2. Ryan Gross will be the 17th batter that he's faced on the afternoon here in Weyburn. All right, let's everyone put on our Melville Millionaire foam fingers and take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard here. Brooks Bombers trailing Edmonton 4-2 at Remax Field in Edmonton. That's in the top of the third. Moose Jaw Miller Express up on Lethbridge 4-1. That is also in the bottom of the third as Ryan Gross fouls one out of here. Okotoks Dogs up 4-0 on the Yorkton Cardinals. That's in the bottom of the third inning at Seaman Stadium in Okotoks. Fort Mac and Medhat scoreless in the top of 3, and the Melville Millionaires with a 1-0 lead on the Regina Red Sox in Melville. That's in the bottom of the third inning. Both teams here, as Miller's checked over at first, both teams involved in this one, cheering for Melville this afternoon. Swift Current would like to catch Regina, Melville's opponent, and Weyburn wouldn't mind Regina in second place, staying a ways behind them. Regina 4 games back of the Beavers and 4 games ahead of Swift Current. Melville 7.5 games out of playoff contention with 15 left on their schedule. So for Melville to get back in the postseason conversation, they need to win a lot, and Moose Jaw needs to lose a lot. And actually, Moose Jaw holding up their end of the bargain in that proposition. Moose Jaw's lost their last 5. Hottest team in the league coming into today. Those Okotoks Dogs sitting second in the WMBL West as back-to-back walks puts a couple ducks on the pond here. Miles Miller and Ryan Gross on for Jared Doki, the number 9 hitter. Not before Phil Curtis has a quick chat with Chase Tometz.
Now batting, number 6, Jared Doki.
So the Dogs 4.5 back of Medicine Hat on an 8-game streak right now. Jared Doki 0 for 1 this game, 246 on the year. 57's on a 4-game win streak, and a big part of that actually has been the offensive put-out of Doki. In his last 5 games coming into this one, 8 hits, 22 at-bats for a .364 average. So Doki starting to see the ball real well. His last 7-day stats jump out at you. So he's got 2 on here and none out. Top of the 4th inning, 57's trying to expand on a 2-1 lead in a ballpark that's been good to them. Weyburn doesn't lose a lot at home. They haven't lost much at home in 2018. And that pitch inside and hits Doki as he shows bunt, and that loads the bases. Ron Shuchuk with a very brief conversation with Marcel Bruce, first base umpire. Did he go on that bunt attempt? No, he didn't. And Doki awarded first, and now the base is loaded for Blake. Adams 1 for 2 this afternoon already. Nobody out, and the base is loaded. Chase Tometz and the Weyburn Beavers trying to get themselves out of trouble. An off-speed pitch to Adams, swung on and missed, and the count is 0-1. Base is loaded. Tometz. Change up, swing and a miss. Count 0-2. Nick Kanyas is on deck. Kanyas with a couple hits in this one, too. 0-2. Adams fouls that pitch off. Breaking ball headed low and away. And a defensive swing from Blake. Count remains 0-2. 57's with a 2-1 lead. They have the opportunity to get a little insurance here in the top of the fourth inning. The 0-2 to Adams. Fastball down and out. And 1-2. Another 1-2 to Adams. Pitch breaks low. And now a 2-2 with nobody out. And 3 members of the 57's on base. Walks to Miller and Gross. Jared Doki hit by a pitch as he tried to get a bunt down. 2-2 pitch. Outside. Omar Prieto behind the plate, keeping that ball in front of him. Full count to Blake. The task a tall one for the Weyburn Beavers to get out of this scenario unscathed. Nick Kanyas on deck, Bo McClintock waiting in the wings too. 3-2 pitch. Ball 4 and a run will score. A 3-2 breaking ball that dropped out of the strike zone. Miles Miller touches home plate, and the 57's go up a deuce here. It's 3-1 in the fourth.
Now batting number 39, Nick Denning.
Kanyas 2 for 2 with a run scored. Bases remain loaded. And the Beavers looking for an elusive first out. Kanyas, the 5th hitter of the top of the 4th. Oh, 0-1 to Kanyas. Tomets induces a foul ball into the backstop. Walk, hit by a pitch, and walk. Count 0-2 to Kanyas, though, who stays alive by fouling that ball off. Tomets were in the top of the 4th, and granted it's an extra half inning of work compared to Garrett Hawkins, but Tomets has now thrown twice as many pitches as his counterpart on the mound today. Hawkins has used 36. Tomets just threw 72. Here's 73. Called strike 3, and Kanyas heads to the dugout, and the Beavers find an elusive first out. However, Bo McClintock to the plate now.
Now batting number 11, Bo McClintock.
A pond teeming with green and orange ducks for Bo to work with. 3-1 the 57's lead. They're looking for more. 1 down, 3 on. Breaking ball in. Count 1-0. Not too hot, not too cold. The temperature this afternoon just in that Goldilocks realm of just right, 24 degrees. Wind blowing across the park here in Weyburn. And a 2-0 count to Bo. Fouled off by McClintock on that fastball. Count will be 2-1.
Foul ball.
Beavers warming up a lefty in their bullpen. McClintock gets a piece of that ball and continues to battle in there as he redirects that breaking ball into Omar Prieto, the Beavers catcher. Looks like Connor De Niro heating up in the Beavers bullpen. 2-2 pitch to Bo as the sun disappears behind a cloud, and McClintock reaching for a breaking ball low and away. And Chase Tomets, who got himself into a bit of a mess on the verge of cleaning it up here. However, a tough out in Ethan Hunter between him and a walk back to the dugout, with the damage limited to just one. 3-1, the 57's lead it. They would love more here. First pitch to Hunter. Check swing. Yes, he did. And strike called. Hunter, 2 strikes against him. Count 0-2. Ruben Rodriguez on deck. And where we are right now could end up being a key moment in this game. 2 strikes against Hunter. Strike 3. And the Beavers get into a jam, and Chase Tomets cleans up his own mess, limiting the damage to just 1. 57 strand 3, but score 1. 3-1, heading to the bottom of the 4th. We'll be back with more 57's baseball after this.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
Just got notified that they're watching us at Craven, the Pig Valley Jamboree Country Music Festival. Known for attracting solid country music acts and all sorts of tomfoolery at the campgrounds there. Happy that we can be a part of the Craven experience. Some folks letting us know that they're tuning in at their campsite. And no doubt coming home with stories to tell. Of course, in many instances, what happens in Craven stays there, as Drake Palat set to lead off here. Drizzy 1 for 1 with an RBI, scoring Keaton Greenwald. Bottom of the 4th inning, a 3-1 Swift Current 57's lead. Garrett Hawkins. 36 pitches to get to here. Hawkins 3 innings of work, 2 hits, 1 earned run, striking out 1. Facing 11. Fastball up 2-0. Called strike on the 2-0. For Weyburn, Palat, Harrell, and Prieto. Hawkins battling back, 2-2 count. 2-2 pitch. Fastball low and out. Full count. Pillett, scoring Keaton Greenwald earlier this game. 1 RBI by the Winnipeg product. 3-2 pitch, swung on and missed, strike 3. 3-2 pitch is a Hawkins fastball.
Now batting, number 8, Corey Harrell.
And Pillett retired. Corey Harrell to the plate, another tough out in the Beaver lineup. Harrell 286 on the year. Harrell 9 home runs to go with 31 RBI. Leading the Beavers in both those stats. 1-0. Harrell hit deep, hit to left. And the Weyburn Beavers home run leader hits double digits on the year for his total. His 10th dinger cuts the 57's lead to just 1. 3-2, a no-doubter to left field. Harrell and his magnificent flow celebrating dinger number 10 of the year. Scoreboard watching. Bottom of the 4th inning, Edmonton Prospects with a 4-2 lead on the Brooks Bombers. The Moose Jaw Miller Express trying to shake a 5-game losing streak. They're up on the Lethbridge Bulls 4-2 in the top of the 5th. Moose Jaw will hit Swift Current on the way home to the friendly city tomorrow. Okotoks Dogs with a 4-0 lead on Yorkton in Okotoks, and Fort McMurray and Medicine Hat scoreless in the top of the 3rd. Base hit by Prieto as he singles into left field. And the Melville Millionaires doing both Weyburn and Swift Current a favor as of now. Up 6-1 on the Regina Red Sox in the top of the 4th in Melville. As Wade Weinberger to the plate. Consecutive hits by the Weyburn Beavers here. Home run by Harrell. And a single moments ago by Prieto. Now Wade Weinberger's turn. 320 on the year. 0 for 1 first time through for Weinberger. One-0 count with 1 down. Fastball in. Weinberger fouls that towards the nearby horse corrals.
I guess he should stop horsing around then.
Count 1-1. One down here. 3-2 lead for the 57's. Weinberger, big cut with cruel intentions as his bat snaps into the vacant air. Count 2-2. Weinberger. Big hack, just missing.
Foul ball.
Fouled straight north. And a 2-2 count with 1 away. Runner on at first. Breaking ball, just above the belt of Weinberger. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 down here in the top of 4, or bottom of 4 rather. Fastball from Hawkins didn't miss by much, and Weinberger awarded first base.
Number 33, Anthony Galindo.
Anthony Galindo out of Stockton, California. 284 average on the year. Home run, 8 RBI in 23 games. Joe Carnahan having some quick words with his starter, Garrett Hawkins. Young right-hander out of Bigger wearing Cody Hovdestad's number 30. Fastball, high hopper, Rodriguez flips to Hunter. What a play by Ethan Hunter. Ruben Rodriguez flips it to Hunter, who with the bare hands in one fluid motion gets that ball to first. The grace, fluidity, and athleticism of Hunter gets the 57's out of a bit of a jam. 3-2 the score, 4 innings in the books, top of 5 coming up, and Swift looking to pad a 1-run lead when we return after this.
When planning your Swift Current stay, call the Days Inn. Just a short walk from Living Sky Casino and a few minutes.
8 or 6, 7, 9, 10, 12, 13, 17, 18, 20, 21, 22, 24, and 27. Those are the Prairie Sky Co-op Playback Bingo numbers so far today.
When planning your Swift Current stay, call the Days Inn. Just a short walk from Living Sky Casino and a few minutes from world-class golf. Days Inn offers free Wi-Fi, a continental breakfast to go with newly renovated rooms. Ask about suites with kitchenettes. Unwind in the jacuzzi suite. If you're driving a large truck, no problem. There's lots of free parking. The Days Inn is home to locally renowned meeting and banquet facilities as well. Call 306-773-4623. The Days Inn, the host hotel for the Swift Current 57's.
Glad you could join us. Tom Lang Park in Weyburn, the venue between this WMBL East Slugfest, the Beavers and the 57's. Ruben Rodriguez leading off for Swift. Ruben's 2 for 2 with a couple of RBI, and in his first 3 games hitting .556. Bases loaded double, putting Swift Current up by 2 in the top of the 4th. Now we're in the top of the 5th, 3-2 the score. Corey Harrell cutting that lead in half with a solo home run. One-0 count. First offering from Tomets, low and away, inside curveball to Rodriguez. Chase Tomets, 4 innings of work thus far, 5 hits, 3 earned runs. He struck out 7 and walked 4. 23 batter faced for Tomets, Ruben Rodriguez. 2-1, Rodriguez. Ground ball, Correa on the run, and throws it to first in time. And the Beavers, for the first time this afternoon, solve the enigmatic Rodriguez. Designated hitter Ben Kamenowski to the plate now. 1 down, top of the 5th inning, 3-2 Swift Current lead. Hour 15 into this one, in the top of the 5th inning. I put the over-under for how long this game would be, I believe at 2:12 earlier in the webcast. Likely going over that. We'll see though. First pitch ball to Kamenowski. Fastball. Ben takes. It'll be right back to Swift Current at the conclusion of tonight's game for the 57's, hosting the Moose Jaw Miller Express tomorrow. And then the bus heads east. We'll be in Moose Jaw Tuesday night, Melville Wednesday and Thursday. Kamenowski hits that ball well to left field. And that stays fair in the corner. Chasing after that is Lubanicki, but Kamenowski is going to gallop to second base. And a double for Ben with one out.
Now batting our Way Cool Refrigeration beer batter for today's game, number 22, Miles Miller.
Miles Miller, an efficient hitter for the 57's and a runner in scoring position for him. Miles hitting .380 on the year. 0 for 1 with a walk this game. Miller consistent since arriving in Swift Current. That .380 batting average, not a lot of peaks and valleys in there. Just a consistent 1 for 3 guy since arriving. Well hit ball by Miller. That could be trouble as that one hops Wade Weinberger. Ben Kamenowski being sent. Kamenowski chugging home. And the 57's get their 2-run lead back. Miles Miller with a 1-out RBI single to right field, scoring Big Ben from second.
Number 28, Ryan Gross.
All hands on deck. High fives and fist bumps for Kamenowski as he heads back to the dugout, doubling, and then Miles Miller cashing him in. Miles, that's his 12th RBI in 19 games. Not a lot of RBI opportunities for Miller. As Ryan Gross to the plate now with 1 out, fouls that off. Baseball's looking the size of grapefruits for Miller ever since arriving in Swift Current. And he sees something he could drive, and he belted that into right field, scoring Kamenowski from second. 4-2 the lead now for the 57's. Chase Tomets inducing a fly ball center field. Keaton Greenwalt makes the catch, 2 down. This will be the 95th pitch of the game by Tomets. First offering to Doki will be with 2 down here in the top of the 5th inning. 57's up 4-2. Beavers had been warming up lefty Connor DeNero with their starter Tomets closing in on 100 pitches thrown. We'll see how much longer he goes in this one. First pitch to Doki, fastball that catches the outside corner of the plate. Righty on righty matchup, count is 0-1. Number 9 hitter in the order is Doki. Blake Adams on deck. 4-2 Swift Current lead. Fastball in the dirt. 1-1. Hot up here in a broadcast booth. Void of ventilation, but a cool breeze at 36 gusting to 50 goes across the diamond here. And the count to Doki, 2-1. Catches the inside part of the plate. And now 2-2. Deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Two-two pitch doesn't happen before Miles Miller is sent back to first base. Tomets quickly throwing over. Miller takes his lead at first. 2-2 count to Doki. Called strike 3 as that pitch catches the outside part of the plate. Miller is stranded, but not before he brings in Ben Kominoski. Kominoski doubles. Miller hits him home. Swift gets 1. Bottom of 5 coming up. 4-2 lead. 57's. We'll be back right after this.
At the Hearing Place, we're making a positive.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
Luke Lubinecki leading off for the Weyburn Beavers. Lubinecki, Scott Correa, 8-9-1. 57's get their 2-run lead back. Ben Kominoski doubling. And Miles Miller bringing him home in the top of 5. So 4-2 Swift, the deficit. Once again, 2 for the Beavers as a fastball from Garrett Hawkins catches the outside part of the plate. Pitch number 59 of the ball game thrown by Hawkins. 0-1. High heater, just below the letters. Count 1 and 2. Luke Lubinecki, outfielder from Regina. It's about 45 minutes north of here. 2-1 count. Lubinecki, ground ball, or line drive into the glove of Ethan Hunter. Shot right where Hunter was standing. And now Ty Scott to the plate. Edmonton prospects touching up the Brooks Bombers at Remax Field in Edmonton in the top of the 6th. Edmonton leading 6-2. Moose Jaw Miller Express with a 4-2 lead on the Lethbridge Bulls, also in the top of the 6th. Regina Red Sox at one point trailing the Melville Millionaires 6-1, now 6-4. Melville lead in the bottom of the 4th inning. Okotoks still leading Weyburn 4-0. That's in the bottom of the 6th. Then in the bottom of the 4th inning, Fort McMurray with a 4-1 lead on Medicine Hat in Medicine Hat, a park where no lead is safe. We'll keep a close eye on that one. Bottom of the 5th here. And 1 and 2 the count. Garrett Hawkins working against Tyler Scott. 1-2 pitch. Garrett not missing by much in this righty-on-righty matchup. 2-2 with 1 down. Scott, ground ball. Rodriguez, 4-3, 2 away. 67 pitches to get to this point in the ball game. Bottom of the 5th with 2 down. Top of the order in Felix Correa, 3rd time against Garrett Hawkins. 0 for 2 in his previous at-plate endeavors this afternoon against the 6'5" right-hander out of Brooks or out of Bigger, Saskatchewan. Breaking ball called strike. Next ball up, 1-1. 2 away, nobody on. Bottom of 5, 4-2, 57's. Ball drilled off the backstop pole. And that baseball will hit retirement. Fastball fouled hard into the woodwork moments ago. Now a 1-2. Correa takes 2-2 with 2 down. Pitch number 72 on the afternoon from Garrett, and that's fouled towards the nearby horse pen. Young Weyburnites will giddy up to find that ball, and the count remains 2-2 here. Right field, Nick Conyers didn't see that too well off the bat head, but he's found it and tracks it and catches it. 5 innings in the books, still a 4-2 57's lead. They'll try and add to it when we're returned shortly with 57's baseball.
Current stay, call the Days Inn. Just a short walk from Living Sky Casino and a few minutes from world-class golf. Days Inn offers free Wi-Fi, a continental breakfast to go with newly renovated rooms. Ask about suites with kitchenettes. Unwind in the jacuzzi suite. If you're driving a large truck, no problem. There's lots of free parking. The Days Inn is home to locally renowned meeting and banquet facilities as well. Call 306-773-4623. The Days Inn, the host hotel for the Swift Current 57's.
Welcome back to 57's baseball here in Weyburn. Ryan Schweitzer bringing you the balls and strikes between the Beavers and 57's. Top of the 6th on tap here. Ken Williams coming in to pitch. Chase Tomets, 5 innings of work, around 100 pitches, allowing 7 hits, 4 earned runs, striking out 8 and walking 4, facing 27 Swift Current 57's hitters. So Ken Williams comes in with his team down 2. Williams, 11 appearances on the year. 3 starts, 33 2/3 innings of work, 31 hits allowed, 11 earned runs, 25 strikeouts to 10 walks in those 14 appearances. He is 4-0 on the year with a 2.28 earned run average. So this is not a foreign situation for Williams by the looks of things, as 11 appearances in relief and 4 wins. So Weyburn tends to come from behind when this guy hits the mound. Left-handed pitcher Ken Williams out of Renton, Washington. Tall order for him to face. Corey Ewald also checking into right field for Weyburn.
Now batting for Swiffer, number 24, Blake Adams.
So top of the order for the 57's, Adams, Conyers, McClintock. Corey Ewald out of Colorado Springs, Colorado, checks into right field. Ken Williams, first pitch to Adams is a high offering that Blake chases after, trying to get a bunt down here to kickstart the 57's, who have a 4-2 lead here in the top of the 6th inning. Pitch in, 1-1. 57's saw Williams for a few innings in their last trip to Weyburn just over a week ago. Breaking ball as that curveball drops in for strike 2 on Blake. Adams, ground ball right back at Williams, and he will race Blake to first and win the race. Adams and Williams having a chuckle over that foot race. Now Nick Conyas. Well, sometimes pitchers get a bad rap for their athleticism. So Williams legging it out against one of Swift Current's top stolen base guys. Swing and a miss from Conyas. Ground ball, Conyas. Scott at second, drops, recovers, throws to first, 2 away. Count to Bo, 0-1 with 2 down. Okay. 1-1 pitch to McClintock with 2 down as Ken Williams. Breaking ball, hops away from the catcher. Two, 2-2. Lefty on righty, and Williams catches the outside corner. 4-2, 57's lead, top of 6. Swung on and missed, strike 3, and Ken Williams comes in and goes 1-2-3 against the top of the Swift Current 57's order. Bottom of 6 coming up, 4-2 Swift Current lead. We'll be back with more 57's baseball in just a moment.
At the Hearing Place, we're making a positive difference in the lives of our clients' hearing health. We are a full-time, fully licensed hearing health care facility. Our goal is to improve and maintain our clients' hearing health with personal attention and ongoing support. As an audiologist with more than 15 years experience, I work with clients of all ages, including toddlers and newborns. This is not only my vocation, but my passion. When you come into the Hearing Place, you will receive a complete diagnostic hearing evaluation using state-of-the-art equipment. We talk about the specific reasons for your visit and the hearing situations you find most difficult. We then discuss the hearing options that are right for you, your budget, and your lifestyle. The end goal is to ensure you leave with the knowledge and confidence about your future of hearing health. The Hearing Place, For more information, visit www.thehearingplace.ca.
Number 16, Ethan Greenwald.
Greenwald, Pillett, and Harrell, 2-3-4 to up for the Beavers. Garrett Hawkins on the mound for the 57's, getting set for his 6th inning of work. 5 innings of work thus far, 4 hits, 2 earned runs, striking out 2 and walking 1, facing 19. Greenwald, first pitch from Hawkins, fastball heading low and away. That's fouled off the end of the bat head for a 0-1 count here. Bottom of the 6th inning, 4-2 Swift Current 57's lead. Swift Current hosting Moose Jaw tomorrow, who's in Lethbridge. One and one the count to Greenwald. Hawkins, fastball, Greenwald singling up the middle. As that's hit to Blake Adams in center. Garrett Hawkins pitching to Ryan Gross. Bo McClintock at first. Ruben Rodriguez is at second. Third base is Jared Doakey. Outfield, Miles Miller in left. Blake Adams in center. Nick Kanyas in right. Designated hitter is Ben Kalmanowski. Afternoon off for Anthony Stewart, who we see frequently in the 57's outfield. Drake Pillett. RBI on the afternoon as he scored Greenwald earlier this game. Greenwald trying to steal second. Throw from Gross just off target. And a swipe bag for Greenwald. It's Greenwald's 13th stolen base of the year. Leading the Beavers in bags. Actually, Corey Wheaton, Beavers' stolen base leader, 22 of them on the year. Wheaton not in the lineup this afternoon. In any event, Greenwald, who's also skilled in the base stealing game, on its second now with nobody out. Drake Pillett at the plate. Good pitch from Hawkins, and the count now 2-2. Tough out here in Pillett, hitting .305. 1 for 2 on the afternoon. Hitting in front of Corey Harrell. Curveball. And a 3-2 count. Hawkins 81 pitches so far this afternoon here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Pitch gets away from him. And now Corey Harrell to the plate. Ryan Gross heading out from behind the plate to go have a quick chat with Garrett Hawkins. Some creatures stirring in the Swift Current 57's bullpen here. Brock Gilliam, right-handed pitcher, begins to limber up. Fastball. Called strike. Harrell with a hit this afternoon. A solo home run earlier this game. 4-2 the score. 2 on and none out. Bottom of the 6th. Hawkins. Fly ball. Foul. As Harrell hits that down the third base line. A long strike for Hawkins. And an 0-2 count. Crowd here in Weyburn hoping that the offensive floodgates open. Quick snap throw. Greenwald with the infield bobbling that ball. He sneaks over to third. And now a runners on the corners situation for Harrell to deal with. 1-2 count. Swung on and missed. High heat from Hawkins. Takes care of Corey Harrell, the big RBI guy for the Beavers. One down now. Omar Prieto's turn. Prieto 1 for 2 on the afternoon. Bottom of the 6th. Tying run represented by the runner at first. That's Drake Pilat. Foul ball. Sent out of the ballpark. One and one. One down. Ground ball, potential for 2, 4, 6, and 3. And once again, with the Beavers knocking on the door, Garrett Hawkins in the 57's infield slams it shut. 4-2 the score, 6 in the books. Top of 7 coming up. 57's up a deuce. We'll be back shortly.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
When you need to unwind, visit Smiley's Lounge at the Days Inn Swift Current. Smiley's offers daily food specials and a full menu. Ask about their daily homemade soup and a wide variety of wings. Need something to go? Visit their off sale, selling cold beer, hard liquor, wine and coolers, and all the ice you need. Need takeout or a catering service? Call 306-778-4600. Smiley's Lounge, North Service Road East, Swift Current.
And welcome back to Swift Current 57's baseball. Garrett Hawkins and the Swift Current 57's in a jam a few times this game, but they've managed to Houdini themselves out of trouble and are leading the Weyburn Beavers 4-2 heading into the top of the 7th. Swift Current now looking for a little bit of insurance. And for the 57's heading to the plate, it's going to be Ethan Hunter, Ruben Rodriguez, and Ben Kamenowski. A couple of key double plays turned by Hunter and Rodriguez this game. As those two, this is only their third game playing together in that 57's middle infield. But they're looking like a dynamic duel here this afternoon. Hunter 0 for 3 today, looking to contribute offensively after some huge defensive plays. Sun mercifully heading behind a cloud. Brock Gilliam warming up in the 57's bullpen. 6 strong innings out of Garrett Hawkins the 57's get this afternoon. And the lefty Ken Williams inducing a ball in foul territory and running out of real estate in pursuit of that ball is Pillett. Foul ball strike on Ethan Hunter with Rodriguez warming up in the on-deck area. Williams. Ground ball. Correa on target and just in the nick of time to get Hunter. Rodriguez 2 for 3 with a couple RBI. Bases loaded double brought in a couple. Blake Adams and Miles Miller with the other 57's RBIs this afternoon in this 4-2 lead. We're in the top of the 7th. Breaking ball. Stays above the belt. Belt on Ruben, a little lower to the ground than your average hitter. Well hit ball by Rodriguez. And that's looking like it could be extra bases. However, it's fished out of the left field corner. Play at second, going to be close. Rodriguez, another double. And the ball thrown away. Look at Ruben scamper to third. Ruben almost overshoots the bag, but the scrappy infielder finds his way to third base. A well-hit ball. A few adventures in the infield. A dirty uni and a man on third. Ruben Rodriguez has been showtime for the 57's. Now Ben Komanowski to the plate with Ruben at third. Ben 1 for 3 with a run scored. He struck out twice, though, to Chase Tomitz. First time facing Ken Williams this afternoon. Ground ball right back at the lefty pitcher who makes the throw to first. Nothing Rodriguez can do but stay put at third. And now Miles Miller to the plate, who already has an RBI this afternoon and would like another one. Miles Miller with 2 down and a runner on a third. Pitch in the dirt. Breaking ball. Stopped by Prieto. Count 1-0 to Miles. Breaking ball. Swung on and missed. Lefty versus lefty matchup. 1-1 count with 2 away. Rodriguez at third. Ken Williams. Exact same pitch in the exact same spot. Breaking ball to a lefty and 1-2 the count. Trying to go to that same spot. This time about 3 inches off the plate is Williams. 2-2 with 2 away. 4-2 lead for the 57's. Runner on at third base is Ruben Rodriguez. Ruben's gathered 3 hits this afternoon. 2-2 pitch. Ground ball. Back to Williams. They'll flip to the catcher, and Rodriguez around the tag, steps on home plate. And the 57's They go home with the throw, the always effective swinging bunt. And Miller didn't get good wood on that ball, but he brings in Rodriguez, and the 57's up a field goal now in the 7th. Miller, the base runner, not getting good wood on that ball, but getting to first, and Ken Williams, pitcher, electing to go home with that ball. It wasn't a force, so they had to apply the tag, and the tag missing Rodriguez. So Rodriguez doubling, advancing to third on an error, and then subsequently scoring on a swinging bunt type scenario, courtesy Miles Miller, and 2 RBI on the afternoon now for Miles. 0-2 count here to Ryan Gross with Jared Doki on deck. Williams, high heat. And ball 1 on the board in this 5-2 57's lead. Strike 3, that'll do it. 57's will strand one, but they will score one. Miles Miller bringing in Ruben Rodriguez. And Swift will try and hang on to a 3-1 lead or a 3-run lead rather, when we return with Swift Current 57's baseball right after this.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
And now, a message from your stomach.
Hey, the workday's over and it's time to eat, and I need some real good food. Some real good food from Houston Pizza. They've got savory ribs, souvlaki, steak, chicken, Greek or Caesar salad, and of course, that delicious pizza. Everything's made fresh daily. For dine-in, pickup, or delivery at Houston Pizza, you get real good food.
Houston Pizza's got lots of real good food.
A lot of baseball coming up for the Swift Current 57's over the next week here. They have a lot of innings to eat up, and Garrett Hawkins, the high schooler from Bigger, coming in and doing a great job here as Brock Gilliam gets set to warm up. Hawkins 6 innings of work, allowing just 5 hits, 2 runs, striking out 3 and walking 2, facing 23 on the afternoon. So another solid start for Hawkins, young man from the Vauxhall Baseball Academy. And now Brock Gillian coming in for the 57's. His last outing was an interesting one. He had a hit batsman against the Brooks Bombers. A curveball that hit Bryce O'Farrell. Now this was after both dugouts had been warned. So Gilliam's last outing, 2/3 of an inning, and then an unconventional ejection. So Gilliam, 13 appearances on the year, 1 start, 28 2/3 innings, 31 hits, 18 earned runs. He has struck out 31 and walked just 6. 2-2 on the year with a 4.39 ERA. So Gilliam on for the 7th. '57's with 6 games this week. Tonight, and then 5 for the work week. So that's 54 innings to get through, barring extra innings. Very key that they got a solid 6 out of Garrett Hawkins today. They go to the pen.
at the plate right now. First at bat of the game for Corey Ewald, as he subs in for Wade Weinberger in right field. Ewald 288 on the year. And the count 2-2. Ewald, 2-2 pitch, fly ball, just missing that one. It's popped up. Jared Doki calls ball, and the catch is made. Ewald flies out to 5, and one down here, bottom of the 7th.
Now batting number 33, Anthony Galindo.
Galindo 0 for 2 in his .279 batting average. Brock Gilliam, Kansas product, right-hander. Ground ball, Ethan Hunter, 2-hopper, 6-3, down goes Galindo. 2 away, bottom of Sev. So Hawkins giving the 57's a strong 6. 2 down now in the 7th. Tommy Steyer warms up in the 57's bullpen. So a good chance we'll see Tommy for 8. Fastball called strike. Luka Lubinecki, 0 for 2 tonight, or this afternoon rather. Matinee game here in Weyburn. Fastball from Gilliam. Swing and a miss for a strike. (0-2) with 2 away. Gilliam just missing outside with the heater. Called strike 3. Ryan Gross knew it, and it's 3 up, 3 down. Here in the bottom of the 7th, 3-run lead for the 57's. 5-2 is the score. Top of 8 coming up. Swift looking to give themselves some insurance in the late innings of this battle against the Beavers. We'll be back with more 57's baseball shortly.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
New arm for the Weyburn Beavers on the mound here is Christian Rivera, who has no stats for 2018. Sent in to pitch. Today, the roster deadline in the WMBL. And Rivera, a lefty who's been brought in to help out the Beavers down the stretch. He's got to deal with 9-1-2 here. 5-2 the score. 57's lead it. Doki, Adams, Kanyas. Top of the 8th inning. Doki 0 for 2, 244 on the year. Doki over this 4-game Swift Current 57's winning streak, hitting well above 300. So a key contributor is Jared Doki in recent history for the 57's.
Christian Rivera. Fastball fouled off, heading low and away. Lefty on righty. Count 0-1. Swift Current hosting Moose Jaw tomorrow night, 7:05 at Mitchell Field. Inside to Doki. Inside part of the plate, and 1-2. Elsewhere in the league, Edmonton with a 10-2 lead on Brooks in the bottom of the 6th. The Moose Jaw beating up on Lethbridge 9-2 at Spitz Stadium in Lethbridge. Melville Millionaires with a 12-4 lead on the Regina Red Sox. Swift Current and Weyburn both welcoming that news. Okotoks beating Yorkton 10-0 in the bottom of the 7th, and Medicine Hat has come from behind and now leads Fort McMurray 6-4 in Medicine Hat. Fort Mac out to a 4-1 lead there. No lead safe in Athletic Park against those Medicine Hat Mavericks. Christian Rivera count is 1-2 against Jared Doki. Fastball up and 2-2. Swift Current trying to catch Regina. Weyburn trying to stay ahead of Regina. Fly ball, third base. Catch made by Galindo as Doki flies out on the 2-2. Christian Rivera, one batter faced, one down in the WMBL. Top of the order now, and Blake Adams. Blake 1 for 3 with an RBI. Rivera, lefty, induces a fly ball. That's hit to Ewald in right field. Has to deal with the Saskatchewan curve on that fly ball and makes the catch for the second out here of the top of the 8th. Nick Conyas to take a turn now. Rivera, lefty on lefty matchup. Conyas, first pitch outside, 1-0. Ball up. Chase Tomets going 5 for the Beavers, getting the start. 4 earned runs, striking out 8 and walking 4, facing 27. 2 innings of work for Ken Williams, giving up an unearned run, striking out 2. And now Christian Rivera, 2/3 of the 8th, and a 2-1 count against Nick Conyas. Bo McClintock warms up on deck. Two-1. Pitch drifts outside. Nick Conyas walked in 5. And 1 on for McClintock with 2 down here in the 8th. Swift Current trying to hang on and win their 5th in a row here. Breaking ball inside. Conyas stays put. '57's have Spencer Coolawine, lefty, warming up in the bullpen. We saw Tommy Steyer going through his warm-ups as well. Rivera Fastball into McClintock, hit to third, and throw is into the glove, and the tag is made. Galindo over to Pillett. Throw took him off the bag, but in the glove just as he was able to make the tag, and one is stranded. None score, but it's still a 57's 3-run lead, 5-2, bottom of 8, straight ahead.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
Welcome back to Swift Current 57's baseball from Tom Lang Park in Weyburn. 5-2 lead for the 57's. We are in the bottom of the 8th inning. Tommy Steyer in to pitch for Swift Current as the 57's go to the pen after a strong 6th-inning start from Garrett Hawkins. Brock Gilliam coming in for 3 up, 3 down, striking out 1 in the 7th, and now in the 8th, Tommy Steyer getting set to work. Steyer 10 appearances, 4 starts. When Swift was short on arms, Steyer was in the starting rotation, but now exclusively a pen guy. 29 and a third. He's allowed 40 hits, 21 earned runs. He struck out 39 and walked 11. 2 and 4 on the year, Steyer is, with a 5.01 earned run average. So Ty Scott now to the plate. Scott, base hit, right field. And the Beavers get the leadoff guy on here in the 8th. Weyburn needing some offense.
Now batting, number 5, Felix Correa.
Felix Correa to the plate now. Top of the order for Weyburn, so right where they want to be if they want to put together a late inning comeback here, which they have been known to do in this ballpark. A 1-0 count here. Steyer looking the runner at first. Called strike, catching the outside part of the plate. Count 1-1. Bottom of 8 and a 5-2 57's lead. Hoping to see a packed house in Swift Current tomorrow night when Swift Current hosts the Moose Jaw Miller Express. 7:05 first pitch, and then it's on the road for the 57's. Tuesday in Moose Jaw, Wednesday, Thursday in Melville. Fastball up and out. Count 2-1. Felix Correa, who is uncharacteristically 0 for 3 this afternoon, is the task at hand for Swift Current. Tommy Steyer pitching to Ryan Gross. Bo McClintock at first. Ruben Rodriguez at second. Called strike, count now 2-2 with Ethan Hunter at shortstop and Jared Doki at third. Miles Miller in left. Blake Adams handling center field duties. Nick Conyas is in right. Where Adams is situated right now, almost expecting an oppo shot here from Correa, who likes to slap it the other way, as there's a big gap in the outfield in right center. Correa, ground ball. Rodriguez charges and makes the throw to first. Great job by Ruben Rodriguez to close the gap between himself and that low velocity ground ball. One out, runner advances to second. One down, runner on at second. Breaking ball from Steyer. Strike on Greenwald. Greenwald, number 2 hitter. He's 2 for 3 on the afternoon with a run scored. One and one. Steyer, right-handed pitcher. Takes something off that pitch. And out in front of that ball was Greenwald. Count now 1-2. Runner on at second and a 3-run Swift Current 57's lead here in Weyburn. A tough ballpark to win in. Beavers don't lose a lot here. And Swift Current trying to win for the 3rd time here at Tom Lang. 57's looking like they're going to catch Greenwald in a rundown. And oh no, the ball's thrown away. And you don't see that every day. Ground ball, and Swift Current trying to catch Greenwald in a rundown. And they're unable to connect the dots. And now Drake Palat, who's 1 for 2 with an RBI. He's walked and struck out. He's hitting .305 on the year. And he represents the tying run. Palat, 4 home runs on the year to go with 17 RBI. Make it 18 with 1 this afternoon. So a ground ball. And the 57's trying to catch Greenwald in a rundown. He's allowed to third. Pitch inside. And that pitch goes to the backstop. And coming in to score is the runner from third. Runner on second advances to 3. And now it's a 5-3 57's lead. Palat representing the tying run. One count here with 1 down. Opposite field, shot. Ruben Rodriguez makes the catch 2 away. Corey Harrell to the plate, and this is a tough out here. The designated hitter Harrell, 1 for 3 with a solo home run, .290 average. He's also struck out twice this afternoon. Harrell representing the tying run. Home run he hit earlier today was his 10th of the year. Steyer goes fastball in the first pitch of this exchange. And the count is 0-1. As mentioned earlier, Weyburn doesn't lose a lot at home. They've come from behind many times in 2018. Swift Current, if they can hang on, this would be their third win in this ballpark, but that's a big if. Bottom of the 8th, Beavers down by 2 away. Harrell into foul territory. Bo McClintock makes the catch. Well, one comes in to score. 57's head to the top of the 9th with a 2-run lead. They'll try and get a little bit more insurance. And we'll be back shortly with the top of the 9th. 57's baseball returns after this.
When planning your Swift Current stay, call the Days Inn. Just a short walk from Living Sky Casino and a few minutes from world-class golf, Days Inn offers free Wi-Fi, a continental breakfast to go with newly renovated rooms. Ask about suites with kitchenettes. Unwind in the jacuzzi suite. If you're driving a large truck, no problem. There's lots of free parking. The Days Inn is home to locally renowned meeting and banquet facilities as well. Call 306-773-4623. The Days Inn, the host hotel for the Swift Current 57's.
Dalton Ross in to pitch for Weyburn. Ross, 12 appearances, all in relief, 17 and a third innings of work. Allowing 3 earned runs, striking out 22 and walking 9. Ross is 4-0 with a 1.21 earned run average. His job is simple. Limit the deficit to just 2 as the Beavers head into the bottom of the 9th. 5-3 here in the top of 9. Swift looking for a little bit of insurance here. Up 2. Hunter Rodriguez, Komanowski due up. Ethan Hunter will lead off. Dalton Ross, sidearm delivery from the right. Yeah, that pitch from Ross coming at about 8:30.
Now batting Swiffer, number 8, Ethan Hunter.
So the 57's up 2, looking for more, heading to the bottom of 9. Top of now. Hunter, the number 4 hitter in the batting order. Righty on righty. Dalton Ross. Fastball. Ground ball. Correa. 6-3. Hunter put out.
Now to the plate, number 1, Ruben Rodriguez.
Ross out of Statesboro, Georgia. Ruben Rodriguez, 3 for 4 this afternoon with 2 runs batted in and a run scored. He's been the offensive player of the game for the 57's. Breaking ball. Pitch from Ross, just missing. 2-0 count to Rodriguez. Low and away. 2-1 count, rather. Rodriguez taking a swing at that fastball. 2-2 count with 1 down here in the top of the 9th. Pitch Pitch just down, 3-2. There's just a little bit of a hitch in that delivery of Ross that can throw hitters off. Not Rodriguez, though, as he continues to see the ball extremely well, singling up the middle. And that's Ruben's 4th hit of the afternoon. 4 hits, 2 RBI, his 3rd game with the 57's. And the native of El Paso, Ruben Rodriguez, really endearing himself to his new teammates. Ben Kamenowski now after that 1-out single by Rodriguez. Kamenowski, ground ball, 3rd, 5, 4, and 3. That'll do it for the 57's. 2 will have to be enough. To the bottom of the 9th we go, and a 5-3 lead for Swift Current. Can they take a 3rd win of the season out of Weyburn? We'll see if that question is answered as the bottom of the 9th, and Spencer Coolawine on the mound is straight ahead.
At the Hearing Place, we're making a positive difference in the lives of our clients' hearing health. We are a full-time, fully licensed hearing health care facility. Our goal is to improve and maintain our clients' hearing health with personal attention and ongoing support. As an audiologist with more than 15 years' experience, I work with clients of all ages, including toddlers and newborns. This is not only my vocation, but my passion. When you come into the Hearing Place, you will receive a complete diagnostic hearing evaluation using state-of-the-art equipment. We talk about the specific reasons for your visit and the hearing situations you find most difficult. We then discuss the hearing options that are right for you, your budget, and your lifestyle. The end goal is to ensure you leave with the knowledge and confidence about your future of hearing health. The Hearing Place. For more information, visit www.thehearingplace.ca.
Welcome back to Swift Current 57's baseball. Spencer Coolawine deployed in the bottom of the 9th by Joe Carnahan. 14 appearances, 23 and 2/3 innings of work. Coolawine allowing 23 hits, 35 strikeouts to 13 walks, 1-0 with a 2.66 earned run average. So Spencer coming in, big lefty out of Harrisburg, South Dakota.
Number 14, Omar
Prieto, Ewald, Galindo, 5, 6, 7 in the Beaver batting order here. As the 57's look for a 3rd win this year in Weyburn. It's 5-3, Swift Current leads it. 4 hits and 2 RBI on the afternoon from Ruben Rodriguez, as fastball from Spencer, strike 1. 4th pitcher used by Joe Carnahan, Garrett Hawkins, starter. 6 strong innings, allowing 5 hits, only 2 runs. Striking out 3 and walking 2, facing 23. Fly ball in between Adams and Conyas, and Prieto on his horse, galloping to second base. So Prieto gets it started, does a little salsa dance on second base. And now Corey Ewald to the plate. He represents the tying run. Omar Prieto, 2 for 4 now on the afternoon. Weyburn's come knocking a few times, but Swift Current by and large have kept them at bay on the afternoon. Now Corey Ewald. Runner on at second. Nobody out, bottom of 9. Curveball from Coolawine. It's outside, 1-0. Anthony Galindo on deck. Looks as though the Beavers are planning on pinch hitting Cam Williams for Luke Lubinecki if we get there. Round ball, Ethan Hunter. Taken on the backhand and on target to Bo McClintock. Great play, Ethan Hunter. The fundamentally sound shortstop. Backhand to throwing hand to McClintock, 1 down. Galindo 0 for 3 today. Cam Williams on deck, the veteran, pinch hitting where Luke Lubinecki was in the lineup. 1 down, runner on at second. Change up, called strike. A 1 count. 89-mile-an-hour fastball from Coolawine induces a swinging strike, his hardest pitch of this outing. 89 from the left. Not too bad at all. Oh, 2. Strike 3. And 2 away. And the Beavers down to their last out. Cam Williams is going to come in to pinch hit here, where Luke Lubinecki was in the batting order. Williams 289 with a home run and 9 RBI. Another veteran in this Beaver lineup. So Williams, one of the leaders on this Weyburn squad, pinch hitting here in the bottom of the 9th, representing the tying run. 5-3 the score. Coolawine, 88-mile-an-hour fastball, 1-0 count. Change up, Williams in front of it. Ball careens into the backstop. Count is 1-1. Two away, runner on at second. Omar Prieto doubled to lead off the bottom of the 9th. A ground out and a strikeout since then. 1-1 count to Williams. Williams hits that deep. But Blake Adams camps under it in center field, and the catch is made. 57's extend their winning streak to 5 in a row and win their 3rd game this year in Weyburn. A tough park to win in. Garrett Hawkins getting the win on the mound for the 57's, going 6 strong innings. 4 hits for Ruben Rodriguez offensively with a couple of RBI, and the 57's take it 5-3. They will bus back to Swift Current and get set for a 7:05 tomorrow against the Moose Jaw Miller Express. We hope that you'll be able to join us at Mitchell Field for that one. 7:05, and then Swift Current going on the road to Moose Jaw, and then a couple games in Melville. Well, that'll do it for another edition of Swift Current 57's Baseball. On behalf of Ethan Schweitzer, who's worked hard bringing you the images this afternoon on Camera One, it's Ryan Schweitzer saying good day from Weyburn.